I'm on a mission to get out of the slump. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. To be honest, I am sick and tired of how my reading life is. I have had so much loss this year. My workload has been crazy, and I honestly feel like 2025 has been the worst year when it comes to me reading. And guess what? We're not standing by this. I'm stopping it today. I am not doom scrolling anymore. I am going to limit my screen time, and I'm going to try to substitute that with reading. I'm starting a new book today, and also this book might be tied in with like another book that I want to do, so I'll explain that a little bit later. But I hope you guys are excited. If you guys want to join me, like, let me know in the comments. Like, we can try to keep each other accountable. But my goal is to do weekly vlogs to kind of show how my 75 book is going. So I'm going to try my best to keep you guys updated as well. I'm adding, actually, let's just make that another rule. I have to update you guys to be part of the challenge. I have to pick up the camera and let you guys know how it's going. Actually, before we end this clip, when is the end of the 75 days? What is 74 days from today? Okay, so the 74th day will be January 29th, 2026. So basically, it's going to help me for the rest of the year and the first month of the year. So I like that. I think this is great. So welcome to day one. Let's get this show on the road. You want to show people your Christmas sweater? Say, look how handsome I am. Yeah, I'm so pretty. Go lay down so I can talk about this book. You just want to lay right there. Okay, cool. Hello. I'm back home. I went to church this morning. I went grocery shopping. I've been home, put things away, ate lunch, kind of straightened up a little bit. And I'm actually going to sit down for the first time since sitting down for church. Anyways, I thought I would tell you guys what I plan to read. I've never read anything. Hank! I've never read anything by this author before, but I'm going to read The Block Party. I also have her newest release, which is The Lake Escape, I believe. So I've never read anything by this author, but my friend Hannah from the Teacher's TBR raved about this book and gave it 5 stars. So, and it sounds like it could be right up my alley. It sounds like it's rich people drama, domestic thriller. I don't really know what this book is about. I do know it's about like a cul-de-sac or like a neighborhood, and there's a murder. I'm assuming there was like a block party just based on the title, but I'm gonna go into this one a little bit blind. So I'm gonna give you guys updates as I read along. I'm not sure if I want to read on my physical book or my Kindle. I may switch back and forth because it is available on Kindle Unlimited. I think I'm gonna start with the physical though. But yeah, I'm gonna sit down, do my first reading session here in a little bit. I know my husband should be home like any second now, so I'll probably wait till after he gets home, get settled in, and then I will start reading and then go from there. I'll update you when I have some information about the book. I did 45 minutes of reading, and I did end up switching to my Kindle because this is something else I've been struggling probably since the beginning of summer, but I have really bad pain in my right hand and I should go to the doctor.
that would make sense. But does Jessie actually go and do what she's supposed to do? No. I don't know if it's like early signs of like arthritis or if it's like carpal tunnel. A lot of people think it's carpal tunnel. I thought that involved the wrist more than just like my fingers. It's specifically like the middle finger, like from the middle knuckle to like the hand knuckle, and then sometimes it'll shoot pain over into my right finger. So switching to the Kindle versus holding this forever, yeah. Plus I feel like this is just going to be an easier transition for me to go from like reading like normal to reading in the bed. So anyways, 45 minutes completed. I made it 17% in, and I'm getting ready to start chapter 9. And okay, I think this is marketed as a thriller. This is like a very domestic thriller. First of all, it starts off, there's 2 different timelines. There's Memorial Day present day and Memorial Day a year later. Wait, a year earlier. And you're following 2 characters. You follow Alex, who is the mom, and Letty, who is the daughter. She's about to be a senior in high school. And see, my hand's already hurting just holding the book. And Alex in the present day timeline has a drinking problem. There's a big block party at this like pretty prestigious neighborhood, end of the block cul-de-sac area, and she has a drinking problem. You could tell there's like marital issues with her husband, and she ends up falling in the pool, making a big mockery of herself. And I think when she gets home, she hears like siren, and that's the end of the first chapter. Then you have like messages like on like a, what is it called, like a neighborhood chat or like forum, is that the right word? I don't know, my neighborhood doesn't have that, but it's all these people in the neighborhood like talking about, actually I think it's the neighborhood over, it's not even the neighborhood of like where this party's happening, and they're talking about like, oh, I saw sirens and there was a lot of fire trucks, does anyone see smoke? And someone's like, oh, like has anyone talked about like the trash bag issue? And they're like, please post that somewhere else. And so it's like a lot of gossip. And then at the very end, they're like, I heard it was a code 198 or something. And they're like, what's a 198? And they said homicide. Then it goes a year back. And so you have all these different people. And at first I was like, I'm not going to be able to get to know like who these people are. But I'm slowly becoming. You have Alex and Letty, mom and daughter, and then their husband, or Alex's husband Nick, and you also have Alex's sister Emily, who's like a real estate agent. She's selling a house in the neighborhood to this like Indian family, and all of a sudden she doesn't want to sell it to them anymore. Like, she's a real estate agent, sorry, she's not selling her home. And then Emily is married to Ken, and there's something weird going on with Ken. And then there's like these neighborhood kids, like so you have Letty, and then you have Riley, who used to be her friend, but I think Riley got popular. And then like the Indian family has a son named Jay, and so Letty and Jay are becoming a little bit close as far as like a friendship level. So it's just like neighborhood drama, but like I'm also really loving it. It reads very easy. Like once you get past like knowing who everyone is, it's very enjoyable. Nothing thrilling has happened. You just know someone gets murdered a year later. So, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it so far. Next, me and my husband are actually going to go grab something to eat. He's been gone all weekend, and so he finally got home around 1 o'clock. So we're gonna go grab some Mexican food, my favorite. I love Mexican food. It's like that and breakfast. And then when you have Mexican breakfast, Justin and I are trying to get caught up on Stranger Things because season 5 comes out next week. We are about halfway through season 3, so we can easily do it, but that's definitely been cutting into my reading time, and it's going to continue to get into my reading time. We will see if I'm able to do it. That's why I wanted to go ahead and get one 45-minute reading session in. changing out of that sweater. It just was not flattering on me, which is weird because it's usually one of my favorite sweaters. So I changed into this little blouse. I'm actually really excited for how this is going so far, because lately I've been vlogging and then like after like an hour or two I'm like, I don't want to do this. This vlog is stupid. Nobody's gonna watch it. But I'm trying to just not overthink. Let's talk about some updates. Last night I did another reading session for 45 minutes and read more of The Block Party. And y'all, I don't know what this is. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but I am loving this book so much. It's not giving me like 5-star feelings yet, but it's definitely giving me like a strong 4, but we're only 31% into the book. But this book is getting so good. If you like reality TV, like Real Housewives, like I've never personally seen that show, but like I feel like this neighborhood and like the drama and like everyone's like intertwined story, it's getting juicy. Okay, so yeah, I'm still really loving it. We got to know a little bit more of the couple that moved into the neighborhood, and I definitely feel like there is some shady stuff going on. Like I definitely have questions, and so hopefully later on I will be able to read more of this. And then this morning I wouldn't say overslept, but I definitely slept in a little bit more than I wanted to. Because normally what I do is I get up, I make coffee, I come in here, I have like my Bible time, do my devotionals and things like that. And then I completely forgot. I started this book and never got back into it. I've read the first, I want to say chapters, but like they're like big sections of the book, which I've only read like the introduction and the first 2 chapters of this book, and I was really enjoying it, but then things just got a little bit crazy. So I definitely feel like reading something like this in the morning is like setting my day for positivity and like a good mindset. So I'm really enjoying this. This is The Lethem Theory by Mel Robinson. I just finished chapter 3. That took about half an hour, and while I'm doing things I don't really speed up the audiobook too much. I think I'm at like 1.25 or 1.5 maybe, just because like I want to actually like let it sink in while I'm doing things. I feel like this chapter that I read definitely spoke to me because it deals with like stress and understanding stress and how the Lethem Theory can like help you. And girl, I have been stressed this year. So as for my day today, it's jam-packed. So I actually have some new team members today. We're gonna be kind of short-handed today, unfortunately, while I'm training. So fun, but it's okay. It's a new week. We're gonna do great. I'm projecting that out there for me and for everyone. We're all gonna do great, but that also means I will not have time to read. So I'm not even taking a book with me, just because like I will not have any time for reading even during my lunch break. So then after that, I'm coming home. Justin's already taking care of dinner, which by taking care of dinner, he's preheating the oven and throwing something in there. So we are still on the move for Stranger Things. If we watch 2 episodes tonight, we'll finish season 3, which will be great. Then we just have the last season to watch, which will be awesome. But I also have my Sleep When I'm Dead book club discussion tonight. Tonight it will be me and Wendy from Wendy's Inspired Reads, and we're going to be discussing The Intruder by Frida McFadden. This video is going to come out after the discussion, obviously, but I was not a fan of this. I think I'm giving it 3, but I could also give it 2. I feel like after the discussion, that's when it really solidifies what I rate my books for, you know, book discussions. I'm actually going to set that there so it's ready and available for tonight. And then obviously I need to get more reading of The Block Party. I don't know how that's going to happen. I've blabbed on enough. I'm going to go ahead and hand it out the door. I'll see you guys later tonight.
Look at the Christmas sweater.
Hey guys, how's it going? I just got done with the Sleep When I'm Dead book club discussion. And yes, I'm wearing the PJs I wore last night. 1, they're super cute. 2, they're not dirty. So don't come for me in the comments. And 3, they're super comfy. Anyways, I thought the live show went very, very well. It was kind of all over the place as far as like feelings. I feel like everyone really, really enjoyed the book, but me and Wendy were like 2.5 stars. So, but yeah, it went very well. I got home, ate dinner, watch one episode of Stranger Things, came on here, did the live show. So now I'm either gonna go watch one more episode and finish season 3, or I'm gonna read. I'm hoping I'm reading. I mean, I'm gonna read regardless, but I'm hoping I can just like jump into reading. But it all depends on what my husband says. Howdy, how's it going? It is currently Tuesday evening. I have not done any reading this afternoon. However, this morning I did get some reading in. I was able to read about 25 minutes. I wasn't able to do the full 45. Otherwise, I would have been super late for work and my team would have been very upset. Justin and I have been watching Stranger Things. I think I've mentioned that before. And we finished season 3, which we're rewatching. So it's not the first time we've watched this, but I watched season 3 times and I cry at the end every single time, even though I know what season 4 has in store. And then we also watched episode 1 of season 4. So we only have 8 more episodes and then we're completely caught up for the season premiere. I don't really have too much of an update as far as like the book or anything. So I'm hoping to give you guys more of an update in the morning. And before we end, Mr. Hank wants to say goodnight. Say goodnight. Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. So literally after that clip of last night, I gathered all my stuff. I was gonna go read, and then all of a sudden I could feel a migraine coming. And so I kind of acted fast, took some medicine. I have like a headache compression hat that helps. And I was like, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. And I like physically could not read. The thought of like sitting in this position in my little couch corner was just too much. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go lay in bed and read. I felt like the movement of getting up and going to bed just kind of made it like even worse. So I was like, I just can't read. So I read 1 page. So I have about half an hour to 40 minutes to get some reading in. So I'm going to spend that. We're going to give ourselves grace. Just because we failed on day 3 does not mean we can't continue. So, and ultimately, I'm the only one holding myself accountable, and the goal is to get back into reading, which I have been. So, we're not going to penalize or punish ourselves. We are going to continue and continue to read. I think I'm gonna read for half an hour, reading The Block Party, and then as I'm getting ready, I'm gonna listen to more of the Let Them theory.
Feel really good about you? Yeah. I want to take out Rizzo because that's the plan. I've been really thinking of for me to actually do that plan. Yeah, we're getting down to the mini right.
Good morning, guys. I feel like you're crooked. Is that better? Is that better? Are we awake? I literally just woke up. I've been awake for about half an hour, but yeah, I just didn't want to get out of bed. Kept tossing and turning. I gotta use the bathroom. Last night, I think I read for over an hour, so I went definitely over the 90-minute goal that I have for myself, and I'm still not done with this book, but I'm loving it. I have 80% left, so I'm gonna try to spend the next hour and 10 minutes reading and hopefully finishing this book because I'm still really enjoying it. I would actually like to try to leave the house a little bit early so I can run to Walmart. Okay. to be fully transparent, I'm a very influenced person. And so my friend Gwen from the channel, Gwendolyn Kinsinger, you probably know her, we're like besties. She has gotten into needlepoint. And so she's been on this journey for about a week or so. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been definitely interested. However, it's kind of an expensive hobby. But I was also like confused on like what the difference between that and cross stitch. And so I kind of went down the cross stitch rabbit hole. So I grabbed out my embroidery floss and I think I'm gonna do a project because I feel like listening to an audiobook while completing a project could be fun. I don't know how well it's gonna show up on camera, but it's a little chocolate lab with a Santa hat. I'm gonna do a cross stitch of you. Yeah, no, you can't come over here. Like, I'm such a ham. So I'm gonna make it. I just don't have a canvas. I thought I had an embroidery hoop, but I can't find it, but I know those are super cheap. I'm gonna start my audiobook, and while I'm listening to it, I'm gonna try to pick out the color so that way I know what I do have and what I don't have for the project. They want to know what I'm reading and doing. They don't need this cute clickbait cuteness. Also, past like week or two, I've been utilizing my heated blanket, and he gets so jealous because he wants the heated blanket. So I guess we're sharing it. Are we doing it? Oh good, man. So all right, let's get our morning started, and yeah, I'll give you guys updates. Hopefully I finish this book before work. I would love to give you guys that update. And if it all goes well with this book, I think I'm going to pick up her next book. 5 stars. I loved it so much. I don't know if it's because I read it at a time where I'm getting back into reading, but like I really, really enjoyed that one. It was so twisty and messy, but also not so thrillery. I don't know. It was just so different than what I normally read. So I highly recommend. It has been quite a while since I've updated this vlog, and I do deeply, deeply, deeply apologize. Honestly, I'm still on the struggle bus of vlogging. This challenge was supposed to be one thing, and then I realized like putting like expectations on myself like this, especially get back into the groove of things, is not where I should have started. I'm turning this solely into an author taste test video just because I was planning on doing a challenge, didn't really work out. I still want to vlog. I vlogged most of that first book, so yeah. Also, today's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. But I'm actually going to run by the library to drop this off because it's very much overdue. But I finished The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins, and I really, 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 really enjoyed this book. I gave it 4 stars just solely because I'm very stingy when it comes to my 5-star ratings, and I really don't have a whole lot of like self-help books to like compare this to. So I would say like I loved it and I would recommend it, and I do want like my own physical copy, but again, have nothing to compare it to. So I would say it's like a 4.5, you know? Going back to The Block Party by Jamie Day, I am giving this 5 stars because I really, really, really enjoyed it. I originally thought that this was just hitting me like at the best time, like getting back into reading, getting back into the swing of things, and like this like neighborhood juicy gossip mystery. I wouldn't call it a thriller. It's more of a mystery. Like, this is good. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. But I was like, I think it's just because like I'm getting back into things. Wrong. Because I am now currently reading The Lake Escape by Jamie Day, and I'm also really, really liking it. So for that, I'm sticking with 5 stars for The Block Party. I think it's an amazing mystery. I think it is like beginner friendly. I think if you like Sally Hepworth type of books, this would be a good one for you. Or if you're like a beginner to the mystery thriller genre, this would be great. But like as someone who reads a lot of thrillers, I ate this stuff up. Like I was so invested in this whole neighborhood and these people's lives. 5 stars. I really recommended this. I could see this being in my top 10 favorites of the year. to be honest. My mac and cheese is ready. So I'm going to quickly talk about the Lake Escape. So I'm also really enjoying it. It has a very similar vibe. This one has a little bit more, I feel like it's going to go a little more into the thriller side. So you have these 3 best friends who grew up together at this lake. You have David, Julia, her name's either Julie or Julia. I think it's Julia. And then you have Erica. And they all grew up at this lake together, and even as adults, they're married, they have kids, their careers, they still go back to the lake each and every year. Well, this year, David, who has lots of money, decides to build a house right in front of Julia's house. And that doesn't fly with her. So, but she's kind of trying to let it go. There's like all these different elements of what these people's drama and stuff's going on, and then you're getting told Julia's point of view, and then you're getting told Izzy's point of view, which is David's nanny, because he has twin boys. And let me just say, I'm like eating this mystery up. So I wish I could stay and talk a little bit more, but I'm at chapter 12. But I'm going to take my Kindle with me, and I'm going to go to my in-laws with some mac and cheese. So I'll be back with more updates. Good morning, guys. It is freezing. I mean, it's only 35 degrees, but it's still really cold. So I am leaving. Oops. I am heading to a friend's house. We always have this tradition that like after Thanksgiving that I will come over and help her decorate her tree. She says I decorate my tree really pretty, and every time I do it, I don't know if it's just because I do really good at decorating a Christmas tree, or if it's just spend time, probably a mixture of both. But as I'm warming up my car, I thought I could sit here and give you guys an update on the Lake Escape. I am currently 60% through this book, and I am really enjoying it. I will say the mystery or the story kind of took a little bit of a slower turn, but like I'm still enjoying it. Like this is nowhere near a fast-paced thriller, and I've come to realize that Jamie Day's books are not fast-paced thrillers, which is fine. That's what I'm expecting at this point. I think I had mentioned that this is told between the point of view of Julia and Izzy. Izzy is the nanny for the guy friend David. In Izzy's point of view, the story is kind of like why are we doing this? Like, that's the best way I can describe it. Like, I think because Izzy as a character doesn't have all the information, or people are withholding information from her, that she doesn't really know why or what we're doing. But I am really enjoying Julia's point of view, just because like her perspective of like everything that's going on and everything that's going on like behind the scenes. I'm just like, so I think if you like juicy gossip or just being like a fly on the wall, like Jamie Day's books are so good. Like, I think she's become a new favorite author of mine, to be honest. So, and I'm not mad about that. So I'm hoping tonight, after I go over to my friend's house, I could possibly finish this book. If I'm not able to finish it today, definitely by tomorrow. And the only reason why I say it might not be today is because today Justin and I are watching the last 2 episodes of the new Stranger Things season, and I'm very excited. And I swear to you, y'all on the internet need to stop talking about it. Every time I see something specifically for one character, I'm like, swipe. Anyways, I am hungry. I'm thinking about grabbing some lunch before I go see my friend and go from there. But yeah, I'll update you when I have more updates. Hello vlog, how's it going? So I'm actually done with the Lake Escape. I know I didn't give as many details or updates about this one versus the block party, but I actually honestly just flew by it because I was cross-stitching and working on projects and crafts. So obviously just like listening to the audiobook, I was listening to them at like chunks of 30%. But yeah, I actually ended up finishing it, and honestly this book felt like a solid 3.5 star. I don't do half-star ratings, unfortunately, so I've spent all day debating whether do I give it 3 stars, do I give it 4 stars. And you guys can agree with me whether this is a great rating or reason to bump it up or down, but I am actually going to bump it up to a 4-star. And the reason being is I enjoyed 80% of this book. This book was so like intriguing and like indulgent, and like it was just one of those things where, again, kind of like the block party, where I was invested in like these people's drama and like what was going on. So it was really hard to put down or like stop listening. However, the last like portion of the book, I felt like the twist and reveals were coming to surface, and I just wasn't a huge fan of that. And without like spoiling it, because it wasn't like, it's not like the twists were bad, it's just that the element or like subcategory of the twist was just like not my jam. And obviously you can't know what that is without being spoiled or knowing more information. So I was like, oh, like I really enjoyed most of this book, but this one specific element in the book, I was just like, no, I don't typically like that. It's also kind of like out of left field for me, but it also does make sense for the story. So I don't know like how absurd it is, because I don't typically read this in the books. It's nothing like triggering or anything. It's just like I honestly have not read anything with this specific element in it, and I don't think I like it. But I do think it's more of a me thing. But I enjoy Jamie Day's writing so much. I'm so excited to read her other book, which is her sophomore book. I cannot remember. I know it's got like a beach setting. I'm going to put the picture up here somewhere, so in case you guys are interested as well. But I will definitely be picking up this book as well as any other books she has in the future. I loved this vlog slash author taste test video. I think it was very successful. I think I have a new like auto by author or like favorite author to add to my list, so I'm very excited and I'm glad I pushed myself to do this. Let me know if you have read anything by Jamie Day, what your thoughts are. You know, do you agree with me? Do you respectfully disagree with me? So let me know in the comments. And if you don't have anything to say, put the green heart emoji, just because the block party cover, you know. So yeah, leave that down below. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing, hit that notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up, because it helps me, supports this channel, so I can continue to make content like this. I'm actually in my pajamas because I'm getting ready to start a new vlog. So I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye.